So another instalment of Clive's Triumph T595, prepping the tank now. So that's usual Triumph problems with the bubbling coming through, but what I've done, I've 240'd and 320'd where I can, and go around with some red Scotch-Brite and some bit of degreaser, just try and freshen it all up a little bit before we go for a plastic prime and then maybe a high build prime. What I have found though, which I found quite interesting, because I'm a sad anorak like that, is the tank, even though it's Triumph, is made by Acebis. It's there somewhere. There you go, under the Triumph, Acebis. Now, they were a manufacturer of plastic motocross parts during the 80s, as far as I was aware. So it's got a sort of heritage, but it's Italian. So no disrespect to Italians, but they never made stuff to last. It always looked pretty good. So yeah. So I'll do a bit more in a moment. But that's the tank. Bit of red Scotch now. Then we'll get it in the booth for a prime up. So now all prepped in the booth. Looks rather splendid. Nicely flatted down. A little bit of masking on the sound jetting underneath. It's got to mask up the overflows there. And we'll be ready for a coat of plastic primer, then a couple of coats of U-Pole high build, and we'll be ready to get it flatted down tomorrow and painted. Just a couple of bits more to prep, a little bit on the front of the tank, and we'll be ready to prime up. So hold on to horses, here we go. So here we are, plastic adhesion promoter, going to try that to start with. Just aerosol that, aerosol's nice and easy, don't need to worry about putting it through the gun. So we'll have a coat of that, and then we'll let that flash off, and then we'll stick some high build over it. So got the other two bits in here now that we're going to do this evening, and so should be all good. So let's crack on. So there we go, SATA HVLP with U-Pole high build primer in it, and if we just go back into the booth now, you'll see they're all nicely primed up now, ready to go. We'll put a guide coat on that, so that'll show us that we've flattened it all down properly, and yeah, it should look pretty good in the end, hopefully. Haven't stood over it too long, it's not going to be concourse, but I'm sure it'll be good enough. You know, I've got my standards, so just need to find some usual satin black there. Again, another nice U-Pole product. So we'll hit this with a guide coat now. So, and that will show us our highs and lows. I can get that nicely flatted down tomorrow, and get a nice coat of black all over it to get the new Triumph decals onto it, which is a winner. Oh, my gloves making it spit there a little bit, but don't worry about that. It's got to be flatted down anyway, so not really a huge problem. So onto the belly pan, as it were, get that nicely flatted out. Again, a bit more on there. The front section of the tank that covers the air box, etc., that's good for that. Excellent. So just got to clean the gun, do the washing up. Also I'll show you what's happening around here. Got some little bits there that are for the van. I'll show you the van project in another video, but that's my second project on the go. So there's the tank, we've got our other pieces there, and so that's it. As we like to say, time for tea, and I'm thinking dirty kebab.